Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well today. So I am back today to share 6 more ideas for some sewing projects that you can do while we are all at home right now. I did a video like this a few weeks ago and you guys seem to really like it, so I really appreciate all the feedback on that, and I thought I would come back with a part 2 today. So I hope you find it inspiring and interesting and find some ideas for some things that you can sew. Just like with the last video, I have a lot of different things here that I've made and also a few ideas of things that I want to make. So I hope you guys find it interesting, and I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. So my first idea is actually great for those of you who don't have a sewing machine but might want to do something a little bit crafty or creative and sewing related, and that is to embellish something with some embroidery. So I've recently been getting really into embroidery, and I did this little sampler hoop just as some practice over the past month. And I really enjoyed it. It's very relaxing and a nice thing that you can do just by hand. So I have a couple of ideas for some things that I would like to embellish with embroidery. One is to do a sweater with some embroidery around the neckline, and the other is to embroider a pair of sneakers. I think it'd be really cute to embroider some white Converse or some white Vans with patterns similar to this, botanical elements. So those are a couple of ideas that I've had, so we'll see if I actually accomplish either of those. But I found a YouTube channel that I really love that teaches embroidery, so I will link to her channel down below in case you guys would like to check her out. She's got some awesome designs, and she also sells the patterns in her Etsy shop, which is where I found this one. So if you're interested in learning some embroidery, I would highly recommend checking out that YouTube channel. It will be linked down below. And it's just a great, really calming, relaxing hobby and a fun way to use some sewing and crafty skills. So this next one is kind of a reiteration of something from my first video. I talked about making pajama shorts in that video, and I also really love making pajama pants. So I have some here that I've made. These I actually swiped from my sister because I made them for her, but they are really cute. They're in this Rifle Paper Company floral with some piping and then white accents, so they're really comfy and cute and have pockets. So I thought I would just share with you guys some of my favorite patterns for pajama pants because they are a really great beginner project, and also something that if you're like me, you'll be using a lot right now. So I have on my list to make a couple more pairs of pajama pants and shorts. One pattern that I really love for this is Simplicity number 8518. This is a really great basic pajama pant pattern. It's a little bit tapered, so kind of more of a modern fit, and it has pockets, which is really great. This pattern is actually for both a child size and adult size, so if you're looking for something like that, it's really versatile and just a really good, easy to find one. And then another pattern that I love is the Carolyn pajama pattern by Closet Case Patterns. It has pajama top, shorts, and pants in the pattern, so a lot of different options there, but the pajama pants are really cute in that one as well. I would say that the Simplicity pattern has a little bit of a higher rise, which I like, but they're both really great, so those are 2 good pajama patterns. The next thing on my list might be particularly useful to some of you right now if you are in an area where you need to be wearing a face mask, because I know that has been true for me. A lot of the stores where I live are requiring it right now, so if you have to go do a grocery pickup or anything like that, you might need to be wearing a face mask. So this is mine. I made a tutorial on my channel showing how I made this, and they're really quick and easy to do. Mine has wire in the nose, and then it's 2 different color fabrics with a little pocket for a filter. So I really love how this came out, and this can just be a really useful thing to do right now if you're needing some of these. So I will link to that tutorial in a card and also down below. But yeah, really quick and easy to do and very doable if you have some basic sewing skills. The next few items on my list are all different items of clothing, and the first one is a really simple skirt. So I think skirts are a great thing to start with if you're new to sewing because they're pretty easy to fit because they mainly rely on just your waist measurement. So that can be a little bit more simple, at least it is for me. And a really great one to start out with, I think, is a circle skirt. So here is a circle skirt that I made. It's got this nice wide waistband and also these fun patch pockets. And I like these a lot because it's just 3 pieces, waistband and then front and back. And I think they're really simple to do. You can also find free instructions on making circle skirts online, so you don't even necessarily need a pattern. And I think I've seen free patterns available, so I'll do some research and make sure that I have some of those linked down below for you guys if you would like to check that out. But I think a circle skirt is a great one to start out with. Another type of skirt that I've really been enjoying making lately is just a bias cut midi skirt, like a slip style. So I did a video on my channel showing how I made it. This one, this is with the Evie bias skirt pattern from Tessuti Fabrics, and I found it so simple and quick to make. There's no closure because it's elastic waist. So if you're looking for something quite easy to do, I think this would be a really great one to start with as well. One more really simple skirt style is to make an A-line style skirt. I like the Colette Patterns meringue skirt and also their ginger skirt, I think it's called. Those are both really good basic patterns, so I'll link to those as well. But one of the things I love about sewing skirts is that they're really quick because it's like making half of a dress. And I find that making tops and then the top half of a dress is a lot more fiddly and difficult in terms of the fit. So skirts can be really rewarding because you can kind of crank them out a lot more quickly. The next thing on my list is to make a really comfortable, simple dress that you can wear around the house. I love having dresses that are really easy fitting and easy to sew as well. So I have a couple of favorite patterns for this. One is the Deer and Doe Patterns Mystosis dress. It's kind of like a smock style dress. It has pockets, it has this really loose waist, and then this little button detailing in the front. I changed mine a little bit. I added this neck tie to mine and then also changed the sleeves to be like a long sleeve with elastic at the bottom. But I really like this pattern. It's a great basic easy fitting pattern. So if you're not super comfortable with fitting adjustments for dresses, I think this would be a good one to start out with. It reminds me a lot of dresses from Cezanne that I've seen. So I will have that pattern linked for you guys. It's a really good one. And I do really want to make a more springy style of this dress because I made this one in the fall last year and I think it's a little bit more fall appropriate, but I love the style. And then one more dress pattern that I love that is really simple is the Colette Patterns Crepe Dress. This is a wrap style dress, and wrap style dresses are so great to sew because you don't have to add buttons or zippers or anything like that. And for me, those are the most time consuming parts of making a dress a lot of times. So I really like this pattern, but it actually wraps in the back, which makes it really secure feeling, at least to me. So this is the dress that I made from this pattern. I made this for Thanksgiving last year, and I really like the colors in this fabric because it feels very Thanksgiving appropriate. So it's kind of hard to keep it on the hanger because of the wrap, but maybe you can kind of see how it wraps around in the back, and I'll put some pictures in as well. But it's just a really simple to sew dress. I actually made this on the day before Thanksgiving, so that tells you it can be sewn up pretty quickly. And I love to make this in a different fabric. I think I might do this one again for the spring and summer this year. And then the last thing on my list is something that I'm planning to make here in the next couple of weeks, and that is a sweatshirt. It's kind of a random idea, but I just really like the idea of trying to sew some more loungewear style clothing. I've mostly done more like dresses and skirts and tops and things like that. So I think making a sweatshirt and even some joggers would be really fun. So there's a pattern from Megan Nielsen Patterns for a sweatshirt that I think is super cute, and I found some really nice rose pink colored French terry from Mood Fabrics. So I want to get some of that and make a sweatshirt out of it. So that'll be a bit of a sewing experiment for me, but I think it'll be fun to dive into that side of clothing a little bit with my sewing. So I'll let you guys know how that one goes. All right, guys, so those were 6 more sewing project ideas. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe found a little bit of sewing inspiration in this video. If you're working on anything yourself, I would love to hear about what your current projects are. I love just knowing what other people are working on. It's my favorite thing to talk about with friends, and I also love to talk about it with you guys on YouTube. So be sure to let me know what you're working on down in a comment below. And if you're going to try any of these projects, I would love to hear that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending your time on my channel today. If you're new here, I would love for you to go ahead and subscribe by clicking the red button down below. We have just hit 9,000 subscribers on my channel, so thank you guys so much. That's crazy to me that there are that many people watching my videos. So thank you so much for subscribing, and I really appreciate you guys hanging out and spending your time watching my video today, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye! Let the sun shine on the road.